Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Doll Miniverse. Today I'm going to be making a Santa's grotto for dolls, Barbie sized dolls. And I'm going to start with using, hope you can see this. I'm going to start by using one of these kind of shoe boxes that open and the lid stays attached. So I'm going to turn this on its side and you can decide which way you want this part to go. It can go on the left or the right. For mine, it's going to be on the right, like this. So the first thing you're going to do is take your ruler and measure the space from this corner across to here, and also from the back out to the front of this lid part here, and cut a piece of cardboard to fit that. When you've cut the piece of cardboard, cover it with a wood grain paper. This can be scrapbook paper, or it can be one of our printables that's available on our blog, and I'll tell you about those later. So this is a piece of cardboard that I cut to fit, and I've covered it with wood grain paper. So now when I fit it in there, it's so well sized and it wedges in to where it actually keeps this flap open, keeps everything secure. So nothing's wanting to wobble or fall over on me. It doesn't want to close itself now. It's just nice secure base. And it opens up our space quite nicely. So the next thing I'm going to do is cover the walls. I'm going to use a different wood grain paper from the floor. This one's slightly paler. Again, it will be available on our blog later, and I'll tell you more about that later. So I'm going to go ahead and attach this around the wall space using glue stick. And I have another wood effect paper that I'm going to stick up here to the underneath part, which is going to be the ceiling. Okay, so now I have the walls and the ceiling covered. At this stage I'm going to cut off this top flap here. I'm going to keep the side and the bottom, just the top flap that serves no purpose really. And that will assist in letting in as much light as possible to this space. For the ceiling part, to give it a bit more of a vintage authentic look, I have cut out triangles of cardboard and covered them in a wood grain paper. And I'm going to stick them to the roof to look like rafters. Okay, so I've just turned the box on its side here so that you can see what I've done to the ceiling. I've got the rafters on the roof. So now we have the basic room for our Santa's grotto. And now it's time to decorate. Okay, so the first thing I did was print out a little snowy scene for a window, and I'm going to mount it onto a couple of sheets of brown craft foam just to give it a bit of dimension away from the wall. And then on top of the window I've cut a piece of clear acetate to give the effect of glass. So that's my window finished, mounted onto the two sheets of craft foam with the acetate stuck on to give it a glass effect. I've just stuck that on with glue stick. It dries clear so you don't see any adhesive once it's dry. And again, I'm just going to use glue stick to stick the window onto the wall. I have this little printable of a fireplace, and I have just mounted it onto black foam again to give it a bit of dimension, and I'm going to glue this straight onto this side wall here. For the mantelpiece above the fireplace, I've just cut out 3 strips of cardboard, and I'm going to glue them together and cover them with a wood effect paper. Okay, so that's it, stuck together and covered with paper. Now I'm just going to attach it above the fireplace with hot glue. So I'm just going to add this little bit of cardboard underneath the mantelpiece just to give it a bit of support and to help it to stay in the correct position. So I'm providing free with this video a sheet of printables to go with this scene. I'll tell you how to get those at the end of the video. So go ahead and cut the printables out, that's the first Santa's Grotto, and I'm just going to stick it above or beside the window over here. The next printable I'm using is this Christmassy route planner to help Santa plan his journey around the world, and I'm going to stick it above the fireplace. Okay, at this stage I'm going to add in a Christmas tree that I made in one of my previous videos using pipe cleaners and a craft cone. Just put it in front of the window, and again I made this rocking chair in a previous video, and that'll be perfect for Santa. So along the fireplace I'm just going to decorate with little Christmas trinkets, reindeer, I'll pop a little gingerbread house up here. Okay, and now I'm going to pop a little coffee table into this thing. It's from the Elves Behaving Badly range. And that is because Santa needs somewhere to store his other printable when he needs to check it now and again, his naughty and nice list. So we're just going to lie that. I've just folded it in half, shaped it, give it a little bit of shape so that it sits like a book. We're just going to lay that there. Okay, Santa might also need a little hot cocoa to hand. That is from the Brat Stalls. Here we have letters to Santa, and these are just little letters that I designed and printed off on the computer myself, and I popped them in a little box so Santa can read his mail when he gets a moment. Okay, so I know Santa's Grotto is complete without presents, and lots of presents, so we'll put a sack full of presents in behind his chair, and another one in there behind the table. I'm going to pop in some mini presents around the tree as well. These are just little decorations that I picked up really cheap on Amazon. Just stack them around the tree. I have this little miniature telephone which I think looks lovely, retro vintage look off it that Santa might have beside him to take his telephone calls. I'll place that on the table there. I got that on eBay. This is a vintage pencil sharpener, you can see, in the shape of a globe of the world. And Santa likes to keep that close by too, so as he can plan his journey. So we'll just pop that in this corner. So this is starting to look like a cozy little Santa's Grotto. Could also be his office with lots of paperwork for him. And we found a little companion to keep Santa company. And we're just going to pop it right there. So on the printable you'll also find this little calendar for December. Just to keep Santa organised. I'm just going to stick it up on the wall here, so he knows exactly how many days he has left to the big day. I also found this little miniature cuckoo clock on eBay, just a doll's house miniature cuckoo clock, and it's nice 3D, made of wood, little chains hanging down from it, and it's just going to go up on the wall here too. There it is. Okay, I've now added in the big guy himself, Santa Claus. This is a Mattel limited edition Coca-Cola Santa Claus figure that I found on eBay. He's 12 inch, well maybe 13 inch, but he fits the Barbie scene perfectly. Barbie, Cindy, that sort of size scale doll. And there he is in his Santa's Grotto, relaxing and ready to give out gifts to all the children. So all the printables that I used in my video today are available on my blog, dollminiverse@wordpress.com. The details are in the comments below this video. Do subscribe for more upcoming videos with more freebie printables. And like, share, and even leave me a comment. It means the world to me. Thank you so much, and Merry Christmas from Ireland.